Hello viewers, January 29, 2026 se like-minded elders of Nagaland bra press conference dishe aro takan bra idulaga oporde jundu NACN aro working committee NNBG majote idu government of India bra agreed position aro framework agreement sign kurna ase idulaga oporde kili solution nahe kili delay hoise aro government of India bra idu agreement duita sign kora laga opore early naga political solution aibu dibo karone kotha bi koise aro itia huni pai ase ki aji 25th March Aiko Hall Purana Bazar Dimapur de concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland bra itu laga opore aro bi updates dibole ase koise to takan like minded elders of Nagaland guna takado takan laga notun nomenclature do concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland ase koise aro takan bra itu laga opore media interaction matikina ase aro takan laga formation dibi convener core committee aro takan advisory board council noile finance committee aro alag committee form kurna ase kuti amikan huni pai ase ki nearly about 40 members itia tak enroll kurna ase to aibi takan media interaction di ki koi amikan olop detail bra hotau di koi sab
the Naga leaders from concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland. We welcome all the media house, print media and media house, and even individuals, those who are here, maybe some YouTubers and media fraternity, those who are here with us. We just want to say thank you for reaching us in a very short notice. The issue to which we are going to address this morning is very crucial, and we want to connect with all the Nagas wherever they are. The issue is very complex. Our members may take turns one after the other, but we will not repeat whatever is being expressed by the former speakers. So we will go into the main issue today. Thank you once again. And after some of our elders take the time, we will give sufficient time for the media personalities. If you want to have a good interaction, we are available. Our main objective of this forum is to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. And we believe and we hope the younger generation, the concerned citizen, from wherever they are, will rise on the occasion and speak our voice, our mind, very loud and clear. A time is coming for us to rise and speak in one voice, because together we have to prepare the landing ground for 30 years of negotiation to reach a logical conclusion, and for which the people will rise. We will prepare the landing ground and the solution to which we have been awaiting for so long. We believe God in His own time will provide and deliver for the people. On 19th of May 2017, the Honorable Prime Minister of India told the Naga leaders, Government of India is willing to talk to all the political groups who are prepared and willing, but there will be only one agreement and only one solution to Naga political problem. The government of India had signed a ceasefire with the NACN-IM in 1997 and started political negotiations after an intensive negotiation on all the contentious issues. For 18 years, they could produce framework agreement, which was signed on 2015, which has been running for 11 years as of today. The government of Nagaland, India also invited the Working Committee of NNPGs on the 27th of 2017, 27th of July 2017, and had day-to-day negotiations covering all the conflicting issues and signed an agreed position on 17th November 2017, and now it is running 9 years. All the apex tribal bodies and civil society organizations had unanimously endorsed the two agreements and had assured full support to pursue for a political solution. The 14 Naga tribes of Nagaland had represented to the government of India, the Prime Minister of India, opposing the proposal of creation of Pan-Naga Hoho without territorial integration, while demanding an immediate finalization of negotiation to deliver a Naga solution. The then interlocutor and the Honorable Governor of Nagaland, Mr. R.N. Ravi, who was the last interlocutor appointed by the government of India, in his address to the Nagaland Legislative Assembly session on 17th of January 2020, announced on the venerated floor of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly that all the negotiations had been completed on 31st of October 2019. Today, we have two agreements before us, and therefore, the concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland demands that an inclusive and comprehensive agreements be signed based on the two fundamental agreements and deliver the long-awaited solution to the people. Now, the government of Nagaland Legislative Assembly in 2020 had discussed on the motions of thanks to the Honorable Governor address on the formal closure of Naga political negotiations, endorsed and voted in the Nagaland Legislative Assembly under Article 176 of the Indian Constitution. Now, therefore, the State Assembly is duty-bound to pass a resolution endorsing the two agreements and urge the Government of India to implement and deliver the long-awaited political solution without further delay. At the end of the day, it is the Government of India who is responsible to bring this talk into a logical conclusion. The concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland maintained that the Government of India had initiated the talks and had concluded and produced two negotiations that has produced two gentlemen agreements. Therefore, it is the ultimate obligation on the part of the Government of India to bring the talks to its logical conclusion with a comprehensive, inclusive, and tangible agreement to deliver the long-awaited solution as promised by the Government of India. With this short opening remark, I would now give the time to our core committee convener, Mr. Kulu, and then our elder, Dr. S.C. Jamir, and then the others who are available here are our advisors. And they will take the time and some of our core committee members will also take the briefing accordingly.
Today's paper, Eastern Mirror, carried one article, editorial. There are 30,000 NGOs in Nagaland, which translates into 66 persons. For every 66 persons, there is an NGO. I want to make it very clear here that CNFN, Concerned Naga Forum of Nagaland, emphasis on Nagaland, not Nagalim. We are not any NGO or any registered civil society. It is consisting of senior citizens, elders, like-minded elders who have come together watching how the society is going to doldrums. It is a very sad development in our state, and therefore like-minded leaders, like we have amongst us Dr. S.C. Jamir, Mr. K. Tere, former finance minister, Mr. I.K. Sema, Deputy Chief Minister, former MP, Mr. Apok Jamir, former Chief Secretary, Alam Timshi, Mr. Zovehu Lohe, former Speaker, and I may not be able to name each and every one. You all know Mr. K.K. Sema, and I will not go into too much of introduction, but I will also try not to repeat what has been already said. Our main focus is one. Nagas are left with only 2 agreements, which is pending for more than 6 years, since the closure in 2019, 31st October. So we want to make an appeal to the government of India, because the agreement was signed between government of India and the national workers, be it IM or NNPG. They have signed, but the Nagas are suffering in between. So bring it to a logical conclusion, and based on the 2 agreements, we support that the solution must be arrived at the earliest. People are groaning in misery. One point I would like to mention here is, recently there has been a move. The Political Affairs Committee, led by the Chief Minister, has made a request, an appeal to Government of India to resume political talks at the political level. This was last month. When negotiations were closed, as announced in the Assembly, how is it that there is an appeal for political level negotiations? Does it mean that we are going to again start negotiating? Since 97, it is 29 years. Agreed position is 9 years old, framework agreement is 11 years old. And since the closure is already 6 years, how long is this going to go on? This, in effect, negates the efforts put in by the negotiators. I'm sure everything was discussed threadbare between the negotiating parties. Government of India led by the interlocutors, various interlocutors. Too many to name here, but the last one was Mr. R.N. Ravi, who became the governor and who went to Tamil Nadu from here. After that, there has been no interlocutor. But the plight of the common man is something which is to cry for. It is a very sad development in the state. So the common NAGA Forum of Nagaland is ringing a bell, making a request to government of Nagaland also to listen to the aspirations of the people of Nagaland. Naga people are groaning. This CNFN has no political affiliations. It is made up of various experienced leaders, and they want to live a future which is bright for the coming generations. That is the like-minded group of people in CNFN. Now, the so-called opposition-less government of Nagaland, they have given a clarion call. We will facilitate Naga political solution, and therefore we will have a non-opposition-less government. But it is there for all of us to see that not much progress has been made. They can at least acknowledge the will of the people by passing a resolution in the State Assembly, because they have the mandate for early solution in a time-bound manner. We also appeal to Government of India to be sincere. They have signed, and therefore to implement it. And to the NNPGs or national workers, honor your own signatures. They have signed. It is not signed by the stakeholders, the common people. And therefore, this is the focus that CNFN is going through. And later, there are many more seasoned and enlightened leaders amongst us. I should not take too much time, but what we are trying to focus on is solution based on the two agreements in a time-bound manner with sincerity and bringing hope and peace to our beloved Nagaland. At this juncture, I will just end here, because after me, we have our senior-most leader who is the only signatory alive of the 16-point agreement.
Mr. Chairman, and my dear press fraternity, I am really delighted to participate in this press conference. This is the best opportunity for me as an old man to share our views and opinions about the prevailing situations in this part of the country. As a member of this forum, which consists of only people who are unattached to any group or groups, but who are attached to God and the people of Nagaland. This is the forum which is deeply concerned about the present and future of the people of Nagaland. And this forum thinks that time has come now to completely stop blame games among Naga people. This is the time now to have retrospection and introspection of the various problems which is being faced by our own people. And this is the time that the truth should be told to the Naga people. This is the time that we should be acutely conscious of what we are today. We are embroiled in terrible mess, terrible confusion, and therefore time has come to tell the truth to the people and to the government of India. And that is our main objective. We don't criticize anybody, because all of us have to be blamed. we can't single out any group or group of people for this mess in this part of the country. As the Bible said, all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. I think all of us have committed, and because of that today, we are landed in a terrible mess, quagmire, and therefore time has come to redeem our people from this mess. And what really are the problems? Let us not forget about factions. Let us not forget about tribalism. Let us totally forget about vision for the first thing. Then what is the reality today? The real problem being faced by Naga people is non-solution of Naga political problem. And when we observe today, many different voices are raising up about this politics. But may I remind, especially press fraternity, that for more than 20 years, underground group, they have negotiated with the government of India in foreign countries as well as within the country. At that point of time, no other group, no underground group, they have raised objection. No political group overground, they have not raised any objection for this negotiation, whether it is this NACN-IM or with NNBGs. They are negotiating. At that point of time, not a single dissident voice has raised, neither by NNC nor federal, nor by any group in Nagaland. It clearly shows that these two groups, they are representing Naga people to resolve the Naga problem. For 20 years, they have discussed about sovereignty, about constitution, about flag, about shared sovereignty, and so on and so forth. And perhaps after thorough analysis, discussion, deliberations, they have chosen the relevant points and converted these points into, we call it, political agreement. One on 3rd August 2015, that is between NACN-IM and Government of India, and the other one on 17 November 2017 between Government of India and NNBGs. So these are formal political agreement made on behalf of the people of Nagaland and the other areas also. And if you carefully examine both these two agreements, they have not included sovereignty and integration. It's very clear. It clearly shows that whatever has been agreed, and naturally, it has to be within the Constitution of India. No Prime Minister, however popular, powerful may be, he cannot or she cannot go against the Constitution of India, because he or she is the product of Constitution of India. And remember that these agreements were signed in the presence of Prime Minister, Home Minister, and National Security Advisor. On that day, we were watching in the TV, they were clapping hands, shaking hands, And not a single dissident voice was raised on that part of on that day. And Prime Minister made a very important statement. He said, for the first time, underground leaders had agreed to join the mainstream of Indian national life. And again, these two groups were also brought together on, I think, 29. So, everything is completed, formalities. That is the reason why the chairman has said that even in assembly, governor of Nagaland, he also said that settlement is over. And they had full discussion about 3-4 days, and they have approved the governor's speech. Then, why delay? And because of this delay, lots of issues are being again cropped up. And may I tell you, this forum respects all our Naga brothers, whether it's in Manipur, or in Arunachal, or in Assam, or even in Myanmar. We are very happy that even Nagas of Manipur, they have occupied the seat of chief ministers. And even today, they have appointed one as deputy chief minister. So we always congratulate them. They are happy there. And why they are appointed there? Because they are indigenous citizens of Manipur. And today, no integration, no sovereignty. Then what Naga people are going to do? Should we also not concern about the plight of Naga people? Should we not remove the confusion, the problems being faced by the Naga people? That is the reason why this forum have decided that we have to tell the truth. And we have to make people equally conscious about their own position, their own place, and their own responsibility. If churches can take the responsibility, if press fraternity take the responsibility in projecting the correct picture of Naga polity today, and any political parties also honestly endorse whatever has been done on behalf of the Naga people by these two groups, should there be any problem? No. But we were not honest in this also. So also, the mighty India, when it was signed in the presence of the Prime Minister, Home Minister, why should it linger? Non-implementation of this. Mighty India, I think they have to give sanctity to what they have signed, what they have decided, in the interest of the country and the people. And today, I would urge upon, through you, that Naga people should wake up and see what they are, what they should be. Because our youth, no place for them. They're angry, they're disillusioned, they're frustrated. And should we leave them in this beautiful land to completely close their future, to obstruct their future? And therefore it is the duty of each and every individual in Nagaland that their future should be clear, should be bright, so that our younger generation also will feel that our older generation have given a rich legacy for us. And for this purpose, we are urging Nagaland government, the only legitimate government to whom the people have given mandate, let them, as they have already approved in the House, reiterate, yes, we stand by whatever has been already signed. So also government of India should also come forward without any further delay that Naga people also deserve peace, normalcy, and they also deserve to be like any other citizens of this great country. I think these are the simple observations which I have and the forum have. Our only interest is how so we should implement whatever have been agreed. And let them not raise any issues. Whoever have signed, let them talk it. Whoever have not signed, keep them silent. That is the, I think, opinion which we carry. And the Naga people should also not urge upon Nagaland government and central government not to delay and not to punish any more, any further the Naga people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity, and also the press and media people here. At time such as this, you all know better. What our Dr. S. Jamir has explained, the contents of the situation are also known to you all and all the generations here, especially in Nagaland. I will not waste my time going back to those areas, but my focus will be only how to move forward to secure freedom and future for our people, for our generations. This is the area where I would like to focus. We live in a democratic nation wherein the parliament, the state assembly, the autonomous councils have the mandates of the people. And they are the one who make laws, who legislate laws, who also issue directives, and they are authorized because they have mandate. This is a situation where we also like to focus on the responsibilities of our state in such a time as this. The first thing is, when we went in search of the issues where we have hit the blockade, we have understood that it is the Nagaland State Assembly which needs to move first. Because the government of India, the Prime Minister, he himself says to Chief Minister and the delegate, and also to the all Nagaland GB's Association delegate, that if Nagaland state government is ready, we are prepared to implement the agreed solutions anytime. This is what, are you ready? Was the question raised to Chief Minister and delegates by Prime Minister. I am ready anytime. That is the message we get from the Prime Minister. The second evidence is that when the GB's Association met the Prime Minister, why you have not implemented the agreed political solution? The Prime Minister said, I need the cooperation of the state. So therefore, I cannot hold against the government of India or the Prime Minister, because he is willing to implement, provided Nagaland state government gives him cooperation. provided Nagaland state government is ready to cooperate and support. I think this is what we really need to understand. The public need to understand. And the public who has given the mandate to the respective MLAs, they need to tell their MLAs to be responsible. Prime Minister is asking everyone whether you are ready, whether you are in a position to cooperate in the implementation of negotiated agreements. This is the question posed by Prime Minister and Government of India. Therefore, I cannot blame anybody. It is the responsibility of the state government. But when we look at our state government, what they are saying, they want new appointment of new interlocutor to start a fresh talk. They want common pen NAGA platform. It was spoken by Chief Minister, but since 60 MLA, 59 MLAs are silent, it amounts to their support. They have not rebelled. And this is against the wishes of the 14 tribes memorandum, which says without integration, there will be no pen NAGA Hoho. The Concerned NAGA Forum of Nagaland stand fully with the tribal Hoho's decision, because if there is no integration, why should we have another higher authority over Nagaland State Assembly and share our resources, our forests, our land, our education, our properties, our revenues, while they are not going to share even a single penny for us. There is no logic why Chief Minister should say, offer in somebody's land common pen NAGA platform to be represented by various communities and states of Nagas who are living outside. The third thing is, Chief Minister still think that MOS level, talks should be elevated to MOS level, Minister of State level. That is what he is saying. We all know the government of India have said, talk have concluded. And there is no point of appointing new interlocutor. Now, after that, Chief Minister has remained silent without reaction. Can we think he really wants early solution as he has been talking in every platform? Can we still believe that he will be able to deliver a solution early after having been a chief minister for the last 22 years? 23, I think almost 23 years now. Should he not take a proper decision, the aspiration, the feeling, the pain that our people are feeling, I think it's time for him to surrender to the people. He should not continue to suppress the people. Nagaland State Assembly is budget session has been extended for reasons best known to them. And tomorrow, they said they will pass the budget, they will present the budget. This is the season. In this season, the Nagaland State Assembly, the members, if they are not anti-solution, if they are not anti-generation, if they want to implement the negotiated agreements, then they should pass a resolution endorsing the two agreements in principle and assure cooperation with the government of India to implement the agreement at the earliest, or they also can give a within time frame. If they don't do it, the people of Nagaland should hold on them that they are anti-solution, anti-people, anti-generation. I hope I am not going in excess. I am speaking on behalf of my people because we have seen the suffering of our people in many forms. Our youths are trapped in extortion. Our youths have no job. They have become chugaders, gatekeepers, parlor waiters, hotel waiters. You don't have hope. Although you have aspiration and will, you have no scope looking at the present situation. I think this is one of the calls we're giving to the government of Nagaland once again, that takes serious note of this issue, or otherwise we go to all the districts, all the villages to educate our people. And I think the social media is the element. You can change the situation. This is the aspiration of our people, the common interest of our people. And this will be only our future. Therefore, I thank you, the medias. You have been traveling from far to all these places to hear us, our minds. I also see change in the present few meetings, that senior citizens cutting across all the political boundaries, parties, like-minded elders have come to present our feelings to the people and also to the Nagaland, especially urge the Nagaland State Assembly. If Nagaland State Assembly doesn't want, is against the anti-solution, then I think the people have to move forward to tell the government of India, we have an anti-people government. We want your action to protect us, save us. That may be the second step. With this few mindset, I have taken the opportunity to address you. Thank you for the patient hearing.
Thank you to the press fraternity for the time being shared. Our elders come to soap, gentlemen come here, say, Bhal Nyom Prahi Kotha Kurikina explain Kura Dia Hoise, Aro repeat Kuribole Mon Nai. I will only say that I fully endorse what has already been expressed by our elder, Dr. S. Jamir, comprehensively covering Nagaland situation. Now, Taikan ki koise itu repeat kuribole mon nai. I only endorse whatever has been said. Now, I have a different little outlook that I want to actually address with a focus on the NACNIM. NACNIM to ami to taikan ke bhal napai koi ke na bhabna kuri thake hole bi ami to husapra kobodoi. I am not against NACNIM per se. I am against the policies of non-transparency and their inability to speak the truth and talk to the people honestly. That is what I am against. Now, Aji Amakan Naga political issues to Iman prolong kuratu khali duita subject prahe born hoi kenu bohi ase to flag, constitution. What is the actual meaning of this flag and the constitution if the political issue is being resolved within the Indian constitution? That is my question. Ami NACNIM logote hudi thake to. Framework agreement hole bi Indian constitution bhitor te hi faisla kurise aru naga manu logote koi thaka to amakan shared sovereignty paise koi gena shared sovereignty to asol sovereignty hesab te kotha kuri thaka to kile iman public logote dhemali kuri public mislead kuri ase NACNIM husapra sovereignty paise koile kile ekta foreign country to dosra foreign country logote flag aru constitution mangi ase ho. No foreign country asks another foreign country for flag and constitution for their country. It's a protocol, a right of a free country to have their own flag and their own constitution. Kun logote bhi flag constitution mangi thaiki bole kam nai to husa sovereignty paise koile. Dosa kotha ase amakan bhal bhabna kuri sabi jodi I am ko nishina sovereignty paise koile kile Indian Parliament te Rajya Sabha Lok Sabha te amakan Nagaland seat enhancement kuri bi koi ase foreign country ekta dosra foreign country te ambassadors pathaye to kun foreign country bi Indian Parliament bhitor te seat na mange. Why the hell are we asking for seat in the Parliament, Indian Parliament, if we are a foreign country? You see? The issue here is ami koya se ho NACNIM logote koya se husapra ki parise ini na lukai ke na public logote kotha kuribi na honestly itu hi koi ase lukai luki no kuri ke na parile bi para nishna kotha kuri thakya public logote iman puzzle kuri dia to I think it's about time that they become a little more honest with the people. Aru ami koi ase de Husapra kotha kuri ke na ki parise para nai ekta choto murgi bi loini se koile bi husapra koise kole naga manu to shabas kobole ase ho hole bi itu nishina lukai luki kuri ke na ki decision loi ase ami boila par koi ahise aji bi kobo NSCNIM or NNPGs are not negotiating on the behalf of their respective cadres. Takhan nijor cadre karne India logote kotha kura nai to amakhan sob. We are the stakeholders. Amakhan karunehi negotiation kuri ase to. Kintu amar future to amike nokoi ke na faisla kuriya chesta kuriya to NSCNIM to ki dhemali kuri ase. Who are they trying to fool? Iji, amakhan karni kotha kuri ase koile to competency clauses tiki mangi ase husapra kam kuri se koile to amakhan stakeholders amar future karone faisla kuri ase amakhan ke nokoi ke ne kini ka faisla kuri ase. Itu karne poila amakhan 18th November te public rally kura time tibe ami koise to jodi amakhan stakeholders upor te vishwas nai amakhan ke kobo ichha nai apni khan ki government logote kotha government of India logote kotha kuri ase amakhan ke nokoi ke na faisla kuri ase koile thik ase faisla kuribi kintu loi ke na Manipur te loi jabi tate prai implement koribi Nagaland bhitor te hole to itu to implement koribo na paribo amakhan future ase to amakhan ke nokoi ke ne ki faisla kuri ase itu kothai koi ase to ami itu pra I think it is about time for NSCNIM to wake up and understand that being honest with the stakeholder is a primary responsibility. They cannot run away from this responsibility. Amakhan logote nokoi kena itu Naga political solution faisla kuribo koatu na paribo. Na. Aro uncle Dr. C. Jemikwa Nishina. Itia Naga political issue to Nagaland laga problem ase to Manipur laga problem nohoy Arunachal laga problem nohoy Assam laga problem nohoy itu problem core epic center to hole to the Nagas of Nagaland. It is our problem. But our southern brothers who were not a part of the national movement Shurupra join Kura Manubi nohoy, kintu Manipur te hole to Metis laga dangor bhai ase kobo. Nagaland te aile to Naga manu ase kobo. Manipur te hole takan nijor 6 schedule pra nijor seat Manipur assembly te aru equal rights mangi ase. Manipur te nijor bedding to Rakikena Tati indigenous Manipur Manu Ase Koigana total population to Manipur ti Saigana itu Tutakan Jaga Ase Koigana Ase Holebi Yati Nagaland te Kinika Kuri Manipur Nagas Naga Manu Laga problem solve Kuribo Aru Aji Kali Mr. Muiva Laga Kotha Prahi flag constitution nedile kotha nohobo kohatu amar Nagas of Nagaland to hole to flag constitution sovereignty napale meaning nai koigena buja pasote hole to we are not giving due importance to flag and the constitution. It is just an emotional satisfaction, sentimental satisfaction. Otherwise, on a legal stand, there is no meaning for a flag and a constitution if the solution is within the Indian constitution. Arwena say I'm Khan Kwatu. Taikan laga competency clause te likha to yezabo ko laga kotha bhi inika likhi ke na sade. And I have said this before, I will say it again. NSCNIM Kwatu all the competency clauses that have been agreed upon shall constitute to be the constitution Yezabo of the Nagas, and it shall be a separate chapter in the Constitution of India. In the Constitution of India. तो ताइखान निजोर भी इंडिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भीतर थी फैसला कुरिया से कोई के ना कॉम्पिटेंसी क्लॉजेस थी लिखे आसे होले भी NNPGs खान तो सरेंडर होई से सी खुसा कोथा नुकोई तो निजोर ही इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भीतर थे कोथा फैसला होई से सरेंडर होई से कोई के ना NNPGs लोगों ते होले तो accuse कुरिया itu nishina honest bhavna, honest sharing, public logote noka karne iman jamela Nagas of Nagaland suffer kuriato. Mind you, ekta Manipuri Naga prahe total 20 lakhs Naga population laga future born kuriken rakyato. Amakan chupchap boigan inika takibo odai. Amar choto bacha khan নতুন জেনারেশন খান কোন বি সব গভর্নমেন্ট সার্ভিস পাবলে নহয় তো আৰু নিজৰ বিজনেস ছোট মটো কৰিব কইলে বি ইমান আন্ডারগ্রাউন্ড ট্যাক্সেশন ন্যাশনাল ওয়ার্কার্স ট্যাক্সেশন পৰা আমাৰ younger জেনারেশন কোন বি সাকসেসফুল এন্টারপ্রেনার্স হবলে বি পাৰা বি নাই নাপাৰিব ইটো নিচিনা পলিটিক্যাল সলিউশন ফেসলা নহতা तो किमान generation amar Naga youngsters and aru Naga public ke harassment kuri thakibo itu pra amakan concern senior citizen ko khan to suffer kuri bole kiman bi duk pai aise iman takhi kuri kena itia to government of India bi itu duita agreement to hole to final last agreement ase to After a long course of discussion about the Naga rights, these two agreements has been signed and they themselves have signed it. After signing it, why are they not prepared to sign? So the punchline here basically that I'm appealing to NSC and IM is it's about time that the NSC and IM starts talking to the people, the stakeholders, honestly and transparently. Honestly, transparently. That is my appeal to NSC and IM as far as today's press conference is concerned. We want that NSC and IM hears our voice, and for all that is involved, it is about time to stop punishing the Nagas. The Nagas of Nagaland cannot continue to be ATM for all the Naga brothers from everywhere else. The state of Nagaland cannot be used as an ATM for our Naga brothers everywhere. The Nagas of Nagaland deserve to survive. It is our right. And we demand it. And therefore, we want our Naga people from Nagaland to rise up now, stand up, and ask questions where question is due. And I'm only saying this again when we say Nagas of Nagaland. Yes, our focus is on Nagas of Nagaland. But the moment the issue of Nagas of Nagaland is resolved, our brothers in Manipur or Arunachal or Assam are also in matter of principle, being considered for regional territorial council where the government of India will be giving them a separate administrative setup for them to grow. So even the Nagas from across the border of the state of Nagaland will be getting their share of advantages through the solution that comes to Nagaland. And therefore, it's not a matter of not being concerned about our brothers across the border. We are equally concerned and we are happy that even they will get some relief from the solution that is got for Nagas of Nagaland. And therefore, our focus is Amar Nijor Naga Manu, বস্তিটি থাকিবি, টাউনটি থাকিবি, ক'তটি থাকিবি, ইটো কথা শুনি কেনে আমাখান সব একেলগে খাৰা কৰি কেনে ইটো পলিটিকেল সলিউশ্যনটো ফেচলা কৰিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰিব, গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট অফ ইণ্ডিয়া প্ৰেছাৰাইজ কৰিব, ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট লগতে বি কোৱাৰ নিচিনা এছেম্বলিৰ পৰাহে এইটো টু এগ্ৰিমেণ্টছটো ইটছ এ জেণ্টলমেনছ এগ্ৰিমেণ্ট and so they should endorse as a matter of principle that the two agreements that have been entered into should be endorsed as a matter of principle for a resolution in the Assembly supporting the two agreements. And if that can be done, the Government of India definitely will have a serious look at whatever we are trying to do, and therefore it is the responsibility of the media to reach our voices across the board and to see that our people gets to hear an honest view about what is happening to the Nagas of Nagaland. Later on, when there is additional questions, maybe there are other speakers, so I'll give them due time. But I just want to take this little moment to address the NSC, and I am just pleading with them to be honest with us and be transparent with us. Thank you.
Share a few words. I won't take much time, but I'll just stick to why the urgency for the solution or the settlement. The other day, my wife and I, we went to that nice shopping center called the City Square, where we were trying to buy some presents for a wedding gift. We walked into one shop, the shop where we buy good stuff. We found all these things marked 50% discount. We were very happy. And when we asked why 50% discount, they said they're closing down the shop. Similarly, Pepper Fry, another very good shop, is also closing down. There's so many other shops closing down. Why? Then in the nights you see beyond Khatkati thousands of trucks lined up. Hurriedly they'll cross to Nagaland to go to Manipur. The entire economy of Manipur, which once was thriving in Dimapur, has been transferred out to Assam, and this is just become a passage. Why? I don't have to explain. The economy of Nagaland, I don't have to speak much. Paper mill, sugar mill, plywood factory, nothing new is coming up in Nagaland. And when you compare Nagaland with the other states, Arunachal is moving far ahead, Assam is moving far ahead, Manipur, even Mizoram is moving far ahead. Nagaland is stagnant. Now in this condition, what affects me today and why I am talking about the urgency of the need for a settlement to this problem is when I look at my children and my grandchildren. My son is crossed 45 years. My grandson, eldest grandson, he has passed class 10. He's appeared at metric exam this year. He'll be joining school for 11 and 12. Every year time is going. Time doesn't wait. They are growing. But what about their opportunities? Same also with all of you. There is so much opportunity in and around the world. Even your media can grow. But something seems to have tied down Nagaland, the Naga people, and we have become dwarves in comparison to the other people. And time is not waiting for you and for us. And therefore the urgency to bring to an end this madness by a solution which Government of India said the negotiation has stopped on October 31st, 2019. Clearly stated by Mr. Ravi and as mentioned twice in the Nagaland Assembly. Then what and where is the solution being held up? 11 years now we have waited after the framework agreement has been signed. Where is it? Whereas my grandson cannot wait. Every year he's growing older. He'll be soon looking for a livelihood, a job. And therefore, we have decided that there is an urgency, a need to seek a solution, a settlement for this problem at the earliest. And that is what we are demanding. We are demanding of the Assembly. We have asked them that the governor has spoken to them. They have discussed it threadbare, and therefore, they must now take a firm decision to bring this to a solution. And what is the solution? It's very simple. When we think about these factions, I have not heard or seen a single bullet fired against the Indian Army by the freedom fighters. But I've heard of hundreds of Nagas being killed by the Nagas. I have heard of more than 30 factions now. Which faction is representing whom? Which faction to which faction have I given my mandate to talk on my behalf? Which faction is supposed to represent me, my Nagaland, or my Manipur? Government of India is resolute that they cannot touch the boundaries of the states. Therefore, Manipur will remain Manipur, Nagaland will remain the Manipur. And in this confusion, they are making a lot of confusion which nobody can understand what they're talking and discussing. We are very clear in telling that Nagaland is Nagaland, talk for Nagaland, because government, they have signed with the government of India to be within the Constitution of India. So Nagaland remains and Manipur remains and Arunachal remains, Assam remains. Then where is the confusion? So the settlement and other issues are very, very simple once we understand the basic issues that are behind the talks which are going on. And the talks cannot go further. And therefore, we are understanding the urgency. It should be, in fact, today, so that my children, my grandchildren have a hope, an opportunity to grow as other people in other states. You, youngsters, that you will have an opportunity to grow as other people, not at the point of a gun, threat, intimidation, extortions. That you can be free of violence. At least that kind of an atmosphere the Naga youth and Naga people deserve. For us, we have already passed our age, but you deserve, and it is for you that we are standing up, saying that we must have this solution at the earliest. There should be no delay. We are appealing to the government of Nagaland, to the Assembly, who is making the decisions. We are appealing to the government of India that the solution should be brought, that the arms should be removed from Nagaland, and whatever benefits they want to give to the people of the Manipur and Nagaland and the Territorial Council for Manipur, for Arunachal, we are all agreeable. If they want to keep Nagaland as Nagaland, we are agreeable. So those things are all outlined. Actually, the talks, everything has been already, they've discussed threadbare. It's only that it needs to be implemented. But they want to sit there in their camps with their guns and keep on threatening us. This will not do. This will not do for our children, our grandchildren. They're growing up. They can't wait. And therefore, that is the urgency by which we have decided recently to follow our elders to seek for a solution and a settlement. And we hope that the people of Nagaland will lend your voices along with us. Thank you.
Sinners, friends, and media friends, without the cooperation of the media, how benevolence our thoughts, our programs may be, it will only fizzle out. Only with the cooperation of the media, we can reach it to the people who are to be reached. Thank you so much for your cooperation every time we need to have your cooperation. Nagaland is on fire. Go to Julia say, Juipura. Mr. Alem just now, ito 50% discount he saman khan to bikiri kuri ase. Kile mone business cholabo nora hoshe. Ami bi few tenants, particularly koi Dimapur te ase. One at the grocery shop, restaurant dukan, Malik ko ase boshe 20 different taxes. 20 group I can uthalo she nora hosho. Khati de MS Road, ekta quintal de 1,500 Dimapur pura sosta hai goshe. Dimapur pura ito 1 or 2 kilometers pra ito MS Road gor bana bole ani bole hi asthani ase. Olebi Dimapur de additional 1,500 bharai kine tax na dile aha ponchibo noribo. Kobole tu bisi ase. Previous night, itu porsutin te VDB secretary ekjon amike lok purise tar bisi mon duk hoy kene amike kinyaka kurile amike modot kuro paribo. RD department to 1 lakh itu tumakhan laga community hall bana lobi kene dishele. Field officer para 25,000 itu department ke DDB ko kene mangi ahishe. To amakan itu dishe kole 75,000 para amakan go to ses kurubo noribo to. Amakan dishe khurcha to kuri dishe to manu para loan manging ne dibone ke. Judi amar VDB account ahi kene itu pichete lampang inika manuke de thagile pichete audit pra ami phashai dibodo ami ke phashi dibodo ami tu dibo noribodo ko kene ami ke goise. Nagaland rang kurato inikai few instances here today itu fire nishana hoside. Nagaland cannot survive like this. Itu karone amakhan mon chinta hua to itu karone ase to. Under any circumstances we have to survive as a state, as a people. Itu laga bimari tu ki dawai prahi heal kuribo. Ki laga operation kurile bhal hoi jabo. Ekta dawai ase, ekta operation procedure ase, political solution anile. Once solution arrives in Nagaland, in the Naga inhabited areas, that will become the greatest austerity measure ever adopted by the state of Nagaland during the last 63 years of statehood. सबसे डांगो तो इतो होबो दे solution हुआ प्राही problem सब इतो फसल कुरिबो नोरिबो. We all have to do a lot of works to clean our house, to clean Nagaland. Only be political solution nam इतो negotiation ceasefire nam प्राही एनिका हो जाए से. एक दिन youth leader एकता business Kura manu Dimapur based. Ahi kene ami ke koato illegal taxation koile Amakan anguli to national movement cadres, political groups, itu kanhi kure, bakti to safa na kure, text na law nation ase. Dar kwa to police kan hate this city dar hoshe. Detail text mangibo, dar kan police kan share mangibo. Office पर ही टेलीफोन कुर्गे ने बिजनेस मानु पता दिए दे दी दिबी जुदी ना दिले तुम्हें थाना दे हाइबी इमान दिगदार होशे दे इमान दिगदार होशे we cannot survive like this तो इतु साफा कुरी बोले खाली आमा खान ही परिबने के Our cooperation is required. Your cooperation is necessary. Kintu, the bounden duty of the elected government is responsible to clean the mess that has been in Nagaland for years together. Kintu, I can recollect few instances by which early solution has been thwarted, sabotaged. R.N. Ravi, the last interlocutor, when he was found to be very ardent to bring political solution early, state government of Nagaland and the NACN-IM did their best to shut him out from Nagaland. That is one. Number two, as the former speakers have said, NACN-IM demanding what is not givable by the government of India. Ki tu dibonore itu hi mange. Itu mechanism to hole dibon. Norahi mangi ke nehi kini ka kurile itu negotiation to prolong kuribo indefinite negotiation indefinite ceasefire thakibo ini ka kuri ke ne amang khan ke chepta kuri dibo laga philosophy ase to itu laga mechanism ase to. Number 3, government of Nagaland to former governor, former chief minister Dr. C. Jamre Koanishana mandated that authority to government of Nagaland as it. Tarkan on the floor of the assembly the resolution passed urging the government of India to settle it early. Inika kuribo lage to. Resolution assembly the 60-member house the pass Korea na ko kene February the tarkan PSC political affairs committee members dangur committee members uthai kene ase. Sumuketi police guest house the meeting thakato resolution kuribo para nai goshido. They are even to pass a resolution at the level of PSC, not to speak of passing a resolution on the floor of the house. Itu kan karone hi solution to delay kore ase na hoy. Allow me to draw a metaphor. Husband and wife. Baba, ama, ekta family de. Nijur bacha, asol bacha can be pale, adopted children be palishe. Ama bacha to, ama baba to milai kene, bahar kore anya bacha khan. Asli khun laga na hoa. Adopted children ke to bisi morong kure. Aro nijur bacha ke to hisab na kure. State government of Nagaland to inika amakhanke mistreat kuriya to. They love the exploiters of Nagaland much more than the indigenous citizens of Nagaland. To judi inika jai kene situation itya nishana ho kene na ho kene Shanti to Hari Jaishe Kole, 60 members of the opposition-less government will be held responsible. Ite session, assembly session to aro reseat kuribole kaliprai shuru kuribo ko ase. This is the best time if they are for Nagaland, if they claim that they represent the people of Nagaland, if they claim that they are the MLAs from Nagaland, what better chance can they have than to pass resolution this time on the floor of the assembly for early political solution? Thank you.
CNFN. So, अपने CNFN लो, यदि किमान दिन कोई ना से, अपने का लगा जो इतना forum तो pressure group डिस्लाइक का होगी ना, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया लोगों के pressure group ना अपने का मीडिया लोगों के इंटरनेट group ना मिले अपने का आवाज से टीवी किया से, कि उसी को इस अपने का लगा ऑफिस सिस्टम जो सेक्शन पे देखो, अलग अलग कमिटी बात पर अपने किया से, so जो किसी का execute करो, let me know from the core committee convener.
I had covered this more or less in the beginning. This is a group of like-minded elders with serious concern for the society, for the future generation, and it is not an NGO, not a registered society, not affiliated to any political party or any group for that matter. But definitely our plan of action would be to be the people's voice and with the support of the people, not only in Dimapur, Kohima, but throughout the state. And we will be definitely using the services of a group like the NGDF, Congress. They will reach to every village. The youth are coming out in large numbers. We also have learned that the following of the group, they are a youth group and they are fed up Nagas. They have come out with their own program and it is told that they have a following of almost 2 lakhs on the social media. So we have definitely advisory council of very senior members, 4 of them are there. Then the whole committee has 12 members and the general members. All together we have around 40 and it's expanding day by day. The response is going very strong and we would definitely like to get this message across to the government of India because they are the signatory and they should be sincere. The state government should play its role as a facilitator, a real facilitator by carrying the aspirations of the people as the mandated house. That the two, or based on the 2 agreements, solution must be given in a time-bound manner so that the suffering of the people and the people of Nagaland also can live in peace and harmony and grow like the rest of the world, including those in the neighboring states which I mentioned. And we are also making an appeal to the NAPGs, National Voters. You have signed the agreement and therefore honor your own signature. What you have signed, you should agree. And the talks have concluded, therefore, solution is of prime importance and we want to place voice on behalf of the downtrodden people, the common people of NAGA.
Conference was held in Dimapur this evening. And following the press conference, press statement came from the NAGA Students Federation saying that
노래는.
Since 31st October 2019, the formal talk is over and negotiation is closed. And now today we are in 2026. Where is the process to which we are now structured? We are only asking what is agreed upon delivery. And there may be civil organization, there may be political organization, there may be people in authority wanting to prolong this negotiation to be in a comfort zone, but people will not allow that. This forum is the elderly people. You don't expect them to come to the street, but we will walk the talk. We will walk with our youth. We will walk with any single organization willing to take a stand. We will walk with the tribal halls. We will walk with even the elected members if they are willing to take a stand. Whoever wants to take a stand on this, we will walk with them and we will walk till we get what we want. And we will speak to the government of India loud and clear. If you have a business, please fulfill it. If you don't have, don't take us for a ride. People have every right to rebel, resist, and protest. And we will not allow our people to be taken for a ride anymore.
CNFN laga upore charcha bhi chole ase aru bishi manu kaise eto apni yes apni kan eta organization bhi noy registered organization bhi noy bana ko committee coordinator bhi koshe concern naga bra government of India ko te iman program hoina framework sign bana 11 years koshe utu laga upore concern naga bra apni awaz ho raha hai bole bishi manu kaise ke eto laga setup to political setup ase Congress laga setup itta ase bana hoy so only eto laga political
From the beginning of this forum, we within ourselves have made it absolutely clear. We stand by the principle of an issue. We are not inclined or being dictated by any political party, and that's the reason why even in the last conference I have pointed at so there as the Congress flag in our midst, but that does not in any way dictate any political terms of siding one party or the other. This is completely, totally political, and we are standing by the value and the issues that concern the NAGA from the start till the end. That is our concern. We have no affiliation with any political party, and that's exactly what our convener has said and our members have said. We are prepared to work with every group, every NGO, every association in Nagaland who have basically the same principle. Nagas are fed up. It's about time that solution is brought so that even the Nagas can live in peace like the rest of the world and allow our children to grow like anybody else. Those are the principles, and we are not guided by any political party. Thank you.
I have a question, sir. If you want to answer. Would you be willing to sit across the table with the NPGs to come up with, to have a discussion on the agreements that are signed?
Sit across with
The NPGs.
From the beginning, we have made very clear that we want to associate with all like-minded leaders, and we consider the negotiated agreements, the political solution is above the political party lines and political party boundaries. Therefore, like-minded leaders, people, youth who are concerned for the welfare of our people, for peace, freedom, and future, we have come together to speak on behalf of the people. We also met NNPGs, and we have, from the beginning, have appealed that NNPG, there should be only one working committee, because the day when the settlement comes, there will be only one solution. There cannot be two solutions. Therefore, we have been appealing to them that NAGA national workers should come under one working committee. Be it nomenclature, they can coin it, but they should come under one umbrella. And we are willing to talk and cooperate with them.
You have served in the government for decades and are the only living signatory of 16-point agreement. After so many years, negotiation on the NAGA political issue are still going on. In your view, what went wrong? How do the approach and the step taken during your time differs from those of present stakeholders? What you draw a comparison for us? Can you explain?
You should remember that in 1954, 55, 56, the entire NAGA area was in boiling point because of armed conflict between Indian security forces and NAGA underground. Then houses were burned, granaries were burned, all women folks almost daily engaged in forced labor, and there were cases of excesses committed against NAGA public. And not only that, all the houses, all the villages were burned like a concentration camp. Then we were about to surrender. So luckily God intervened. Leaders, overall leaders, they have decided that after fighting for sovereign independent Nagaland, if we have to go back to Assam as a district, it will be too humiliating for the Naga pride and Naga future. And therefore, it was decided that a way out has to be found out in order to salvage the hopes and aspirations of the Naga people. And the only alternative was to start consultation among tribal leaders. So after consulting 16 tribes, finally, in 1957, Naga People's Convention was arranged by the Naga themselves. And there, few resolutions were passed. Number one, they said the only solution to this turmoil is to have a satisfactory political settlement. Then number two, Naga Hills of Assam and the frontier division of Nifa should be amalgamated into a single administrative unit. And thirdly, all the underground people who are now there, they should be given amnesty. And lastly, but not the least, NHTA should be under the Ministry of External Affairs. These points were taken to Delhi. And ultimately, the first integration of Naga areas was between Tuinsang Frontier Division of Nifa and Naga Hills of Assam. That was the first Naga marriage and become one, which was which is known as Nagaland family, number one. Even after that, we have put Nagaland under Ministry of External Affairs, so that in future, when Nagaland people would like to talk to government of India, they have to be on Prime Minister level. And because of that, when Naga federal government negotiated with the government of India, it was a talk between the Naga underground leaders and Prime Minister. That was the arrangement during the 16-point agreement. Secondly, 16-point agreement is 16 point is only memorandum, and when it was agreed through negotiation, then Nagaland became the 16th state of the Indian Union. And from that day, we have demanded that Naga should have a special status, and Article 371A that protects our social and religious process and land and its resources. These are the only special provisions made only for the Naga people, even today. And that is the safeguard for Nagaland for present and future. But we have already kept open for a final solution of these underground issues within the parameter of this framework of the Indian Constitution. Accordingly, when negotiation was taking place since 1997, 98, now they have also signed 2 agreements, known as Framework Agreement and Agreed Possession, which is within Indian Constitution. Because all the competencies which arise from this will have to be incorporated in the Constitution of India if there are any to be incorporated, like Article 371A. So 16 point, we have never stood on the way, or we have never blocked the way for a final solution of the Naga problem. That is what that was the concept of 16 point agreement, because it was within Indian Union. So the subsequent agreement made by NSNIM and Nagaland political groups also, it is within India. So I think these are long cherished aspirations of the Naga people have finally achieved by these 2 agreements. That's all.
One last question I have. It is now well clear the desire and wish of this forum align with the aspirations of PWC and NPS. Now, have you at any point of time since this forum, the process for this forum began, tried to negotiate dialogue or apply diplomacy with NSA and IIT?
If I'm not mistaken, we have already touched upon those matters which we have already stated. Our group is not here to negotiate with anyone. Those who are negotiating on behalf of all of us. And that's why it is the negotiator who should sign an agreement, who should conclude what they have started. Let me make it very clear on this. It is the government of India who has invited the NSCN and NNPGs for a talk. The 2 talks were conducted by the government of India. And they have gone through agreement. But today, it is the government of India, it is their obligation, their duty to give one agreement and one solution. The onus is on the government of India to give us a solution based on these 2 agreements. These 2 agreements are honorable because no civil organization, no government, no entity has proposed so far. So it is considered honorable and this agreement must see a daylight in the form of a solution to all the members.
Can I say,
Yeah.
as a forum,
We have not met with NNPG group, the working group. Neither have we met with the NSNI. Please make it very clear. And therefore, we are not projecting any of their views. If there is something similar in the opinions of the express, that is by coincidence. Not as the effective, none of us have had any meeting. Individually, yes, we may be meeting them, people of the NNPG, NSNI, but as a forum, there is no specific meeting with NNPGs or the NSNI, or in fact, for a matter, any other groups.
So viewers, media interaction kotumushe aro CNFN bra takan satchun nishna bra kota kura apni kan hundi paise. Itu pasode media kan bra question hotise aro takan yede HK Kulu Convener Core Committee CNFN taibra jawab dishe ki takan itu jundu CNFN shuru kurise itu form kurado takan NGO nohoy itu government registered nohoy holibi takan itu like minded manu lok pai kina takan itu non political ekta CNFN kuna group to takan form hoise aru takan koi ase itu takan government loko thobi nole naka political groups kan loko thobi takan negotiate kuriboli nohoy holibi jundu itia pretending issue ase ki since October 31st 2019 bra naka political groups lokote government of India talks khutum hoishigule ki karone solution nahe solution de aibo lage itu laga opore takan alag alag civil societies organization lokote hat milai gina kam kuriboli laga janiboli dishe aro ke sema member CNFN taibrabi khota koise aro takan koi ase ki more than Nagaland itia 30 Naka political groups nishina bra Nagaland itia function kuri ase aro function kura laga opore itia present generation younger generation kan beshi duk pai ase taxation aro Nagaland develop noha aro especially commercial hub kan develop nokura do idu Naka political issues laga opore more than 30 plus groups thaka bra itia Nagaland de thaka youth kan entrepreneurship kan bi age jabo na para laga opore bi koi ase aro kota kura home de CNFN bra hoy NACN IM lokoti bi olop target kurigina hit kurina kota bi kuise holibi yade dangor kota do yade jundo CNFN shuru kurina ase itu laga opore government of Nagaland political affairs committee bra bi ki koe aro itu ekla noi gina itia Nagaland de nutun governor aise Nan Kishore Yadav tai bra bi itia governor ekta rule du kiniga loi gina jabo tadibi question ase aro nutun Nagaland de itia jundo advisor Ajit Lal etia appoint kurina ase advisor aro taido notice in charge ase to yadi Naka political groups NACN IM hobi working committee NNBGs kan logoti bi talks khutum hoishi gole kiniga age loi jabo sawal do pishe ase holibi yadi Chanda Khan ki bi kobole mon taka do jundu earlier like minded elders of Nagaland takise takan laga nomenclature etia concerned Naka forum of Nagaland form hoishi aro takan koi ase ki takan yadi political affiliation eku nai holibi amikan manu kan to sai shule kunba do politics te thaka kunba bureaucrats kan retire kuna thaka dikhi paise kunba do former legislators bi ase holibi takan sob koi ase ki takan itia do Naka political solution aibo karone itia government of India bra itu laga opore kiniga action initiate kurbo lage aro itia takan crown reality janiboli dibo karone takan itu form kurishi koi ase so yadi Nagaland de thaka janda kan brabi itu laga opore ki koe holibi global window bra itu laga opore ala comment nokribo holibi janda kan ki janir boli diboli thaka do CNFN form kura do thik ase na nai aro yadi CNFN bra jiman satchun bra khota koise aro jawab dise apni an bi satisfied ase na nai holibi itia amikan Nagaland de sai shigule youth kan brabi Naka political solution laga opore ki koe noile yadi jundu NACN IM lokote government of India bra 3rd August 2015 de framework agreement sign kurna ase itu laga opore bi ki koe noile 17 November 2017 de government of India aro working committee NNBGs machote jundu agreed position sign kurna ase itu laga opore bi ki koe amikan yede help kuribo कि CNFN इतिया शुरू करीना जा लगा ऊपर यदि other civil societies organization नॉले नागालैंड दी तका CSO खान पर भी इतु लगा ऊपर reaction की दे अमेरिकन साइड की बोला क्यों इतिया गौनी मानी for more updates अमेरिकन साइड की global window मो ऐसे संगमायर with camera person अनुंगाई जमीर reporting from alcohol पुराना बाजार दिमापुर